Hi there. Welcome to week 15 of our gardening journal. Behold, plants. One time I got in a car with some Tunisian dudes to see the Sahara Desert, and they drove us for 3 hours, and we got out of the car in the Sahara Desert, and they went, "Behold, the dunes." So I think about that a lot. Behold, the plants. I don't know what we're going to do this week, man. I'm just going to wing it. But I do know that one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the remaining tomatoes that have been in the garage and neglected, and I'm going to plant them in the dirt right over there to check out and see if our Piedmont clay is as bad as they say. Other than that, we're going to do a lot of potting up, and we're going to water, of course. Let's do some, I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see. Let's just get started and have a good time. Right? Right. Good job. So I've got these lovely raised beds, but they're also sitting on this giant mulch area. So what I'm thinking is right at the edge of these beds, right there, over there, where the shishito peppers are, I'm going to plant these tomatoes. These are my backup extra tomatoes. I'm doing my main tomatoes up there on the porch, but I'm starting to get worried that they're in too small of bags. I've ordered bigger pots and I might attempt transplants, but that seems brave. But I'm also gonna I wanna know if my soil can actually grow tomatoes. So I'm just gonna till this up, rake away the mulch, till it up, dig it up, and plant 6 or 7 tomatoes along here. I'll give them stake trellises for now, but if they take, I will do the same trellis as that up there, the hook trellis, in a week or two. So here we go, let's see. Okay, so we've tilled the soil, we've hoed it, and we've raked it. 6 years of, what do you call that stuff? Mulch. 8 years, I think. 8 years of mulch in this bed. I was hoping I had a little bit more good soil before I got to the dreaded, notorious Piedmont clay, but no such luck. There's tons of Piedmont clay, as you can see. So what I've done is I've amended it. I've added garden gypsum, which supposedly helps break down clay, make it a little bit drier, a little bit of perlite for quote unquote better drainage, probably not necessary in a bed. And then some Espoma tomato tone fertilizer, get the plant started. Hopefully that's enough to get them started and happy before they have to deal with the clay at the deeper levels. So let's go ahead and plant. All right, well, I give this maybe a 30% chance of working, but I want to see what would happen. I also thought I could save the black mulch. My neighbor's leaf blowing. I also thought I could save the black mulch, but I didn't, so I'm gonna have to get some more tomorrow, and we'll fix that up. But yeah, maybe this will work. If it did, that'd be kind of amazing. I would have a lot more growing room in this big mulch bed. All right, now that we got that done, let's move on to the garden tour. These are the bok choy, baby bok choy. They're doing really well. I'm very excited about this. They seem to be overtaking the cucumbers, but I think that's okay. I have a lot more cucumbers, and these are going to get harvested probably before really hardcore summer starts and the cucumbers get going, so pretty exciting. Got this loofah here. It's doing fine. The fennel. Fennel is doing good. It looks like fennel, not very thick or anything, but good fennel-y leaves. I don't know, never grown fennel before. These cucumbers are a little bit happier. Don't have a lot of length to them, but they seem robust. And we got good sun today. Over here, we got, let's zoom in. So that's the watermelon. It's going nicely. It's hit the trellis. Got these cucumbers. They're doing better. A lot of this stuff is kind of sad. We're going to pot up a lot of this today. That's on today's agenda. These basils are doing good, except for that one, which was the holy basil. It's gone completely. And I'm wondering if somebody's been eating this stuff. So I don't know what's up with that. It's a bummer. I think I might have a few more seedlings, so we might try that one again and move it somewhere. But yeah, the rest of these basils doing okay. The peas doing okay. They're not finding the trellis. They're just sort of scattered. I'm trying to lead them up to the trellis here. They're going in the wrong direction. There, maybe that'll help. And then I put those peas over there in the bigger pots. There, you can see them over here. Those are doing better. I think it's going to be too hot for all these peas. I think it was too late. It's coming. It's 80 degrees today. Spring is over. We're moving into summer. So I think we're going to see a change in fortunes in a lot of these plants. The ones that summer plants, like this loofah, has been really unhappy. I think it's going to cheer up. Same with this watermelon. That watermelon's doing great. This watermelon I just potted up. It was neglected in a solo cup for 10, 12, 14 weeks. So, you know, I don't even know if it'll take, but over here we got this basil. I just potted that up. It is Siam Queen. Got one of our great plants. It's looking pretty happy. The pepper plants are dead. My overwintering experiment failed. I think the failure was that I should have watered them every month or two, and I didn't do that. And so they just died, except for that one, which I was watering. So that's the evidence that you need. I've learned my lesson for next year. But I got a whole new crop of seedlings. So next week, one more week, I'm going to nix all of these. And all these things that I'm potting up, as well as a bunch of new pepper plants, are going to go in this area. These are the carrots. They're doing great. I've been slowly thinning them, just kind of pulling a few here and there where I see that they're a little thick. But also, I'm still convinced that the rabbits are going to eat them. Oh yeah, that's the big news. We don't just have squirrels, we have rabbits. I got my Logitech security camera all hooked up for motion detection back here, and I caught a rabbit. So, you know what they say about rabbits and carrots. So I'm loath to thin this too much, because I think the rabbits are going to get at it eventually, even though I am spraying. I looked it up, and the rabbits don't like cayenne pepper either, so the squirrel spray should have some effect on the rabbits. But as you will see momentarily, it is not amazing. I should have known it was rabbits as much as squirrels, because they're not getting into the birdies' beds, and rabbits have a harder time climbing things. Then they're peppers, though, and they don't like peppers, so maybe, I don't know. But yeah, these peppers are doing great. Check it out. Look at all these awesome peppers. Fantastic. This one is about 3 weeks behind, and this one is about 4 weeks behind, so they are necessarily a little smaller, but they've clearly taken. So this corner, which is giving me grief, seems all right. Pretty excited about that. These little lettuces are doing good. This pepper bed is doing awesome, including all the interplanted onions, shallots actually, that are in there with it. Looking good. Looking good. Broccolis are looking good. It's probably too hot for them. I might need to move them under the porch soon. But so far they look happy, so I'll leave them there for now. Strawberries, I can't tell. I think somebody's getting to them. I see things like this happening all the time. It could be the heat from this planter. I don't know. They are unimpressed with my setup. This lettuce, let's zoom in, is the lettuce that the rabbit has clearly been eating. Humans are never going to eat this lettuce. This is rabbit food. This is a honey pot. But that's why I put it here at the front. I got more lettuce seedlings. I'll probably just keep rotating them and putting new lettuces in here I don't know, maybe not. Maybe that's a bad idea. This is a blueberry. Still hasn't come out of dormancy. Never got this one working. I did order some soil acidifier. Should be here tomorrow because blueberries like acidic soil. I might try and save this one. We'll give it another couple weeks. The beets are doing great. They need thinning. I do thin them every day. When I come out, I grab one or two. It's a slow process. But yeah, we got some nice beets. It is very bright out. I can't tell if that's even in the camera. But it's working. They're beet-like. Beans are looking awesome. I spaced these when I planted them, so I think they're good. It looks robust. I don't see any beans yet, but looking awesome. These broccoli are sad. Something's eating them. A lot of holes. Let's see. There we go. Something's eating them. A lot of holes on the plants. So I'm going to spray them right now with BT oil, which is an organic pesticide. Here it is. I used it on my tomato and my broccolis. It worked great last year. I should have started already, but you know, just give them a coating. That should keep the aphids or whatever it is at bay. This is the spinach. I've been thinning it. It looks good though. I'm pretty happy with it. Beet or radishes. Don't think those need thinning. Looking good. 3 shishito peppers. Feeling good about those. Another great plant. Looking good. The tomatoes we planted not 20 minutes ago. They're not perking up. Well, some of them are. I don't know. We'll see. I'm dubious. We'll check in on that tomorrow. This is the blueberry. He's coming back. It's going to be years before I get blueberries from him, but he's alive and I'm happy about it. This is a tomato. He's doing great. I think that is a loofah. Yeah, it's a loofah. That's doing great. It's winding, it's trellising. This is the tomato. It is. She's very happy. Potatoes, mixed bag. Got nothing going on in that one at all. Might be dead. This one's got one little plant. But then these two are ready to mound. So we're going to do those today. This one I was hoping one of the other two would come up, but it looks ready to mound. I'm going to mound that one a little bit. And I'm going to mound that one. So that's our task after this tour. We're going to pot all this up today. Some bok choy, some Napa cabbage, some purple opal basil, a couple cucumbers. All that's going to get potted up. But now let's go to the porch. Okay, we got these 5 basils that we potted up last week in the new gray grow bags. I'm very into these gray grow bags. A lot prettier than the white ones. Going to slowly start migrating things to gray. The 2 watermelons. That one's sad. That one's happy. The determinant tomatoes, Aroma and Cherry, all very happy. Look at these. They're doing great. I bet I'm going to get tomatoes off of those soon. Our trellis system is looking good. Pretty excited about that. Yeah, looking good. Happy with this. I went through and cleaned out the suckers, made sure they're all heading towards their trellises. That one's a little tall, probably needs one more clip. A little bit worried that the 5-gallon bags are too small. I have bought some 7-gallon pots. I'm debating transplanting them all. Not sure if it's worth it or not. Somebody that knows something about tomatoes should let me know. That'd be great. We got a Thai basil here, and we got some variety of basils here that I'm going to pot up hopefully this weekend. 2 bok choy that we're going to pot up hopefully this weekend. Green stalk is out of control. Stuff needs to start getting harvested out of this. I ate some lettuce. Actually, I don't know. This looks like, I think this is cabbage, Napa cabbage. I'm gonna make a salad from this. Oh my God, look at this one. It's so tight. I'm actually making a Napa cabbage here. This is amazing. I don't know, it's amazing. It's amazing. Got some broccolis. We got some loofahs. I don't even know what some of this stuff is. Spinach, that looks like spinach. Oh my gosh. Parsley, onions, fennel. It's fantastic. Hopefully, thinking tomorrow I will methodically go through and harvest what needs to be harvested on there. These are the basils I'm eating. This one I'm working my way through right now. Trying to finish it off this week. And this one next. And this one, they're years old. So I'm just going to eat them up. Hopefully time it so that those are keeping me supplied. And this one, the 1+-year-old sweet basil, will keep me supplied in basil till all my other basils have got big enough to start eating. Got rosemary's doing good. oregano, as they say in Bake Off, thyme, 2 baby bok choys. Those need potting up. This is the only holy basil that is not been eaten and is growing, so that's exciting. Don't know why it looks like parsley, but it's working. It's working. So that is the garden tour. Now we're going to mound those potatoes and then do a lot of potting up today. Let's get to work. Okay, we're going to start mounding these potato plants. Okay, now we're just going to do a marathon potting up session. Everything we can find in these smaller pots that we had done just to get them out of the garage and going now need to be in bigger pots. So we're going to use these new gray grow bags because those are about the right size for all of these things. Basils, baby bok choys, baby Napa cabbages. So I think we got 10, 12 of these to do. We're just going to plow through it one at a time on time lapse so I can listen to music. Let's do it. New pots. Forgot to drill the holes. Got to move that cucumber over to a new pot after I drill a bunch of holes. Very frustrating. Okay, well, the flow on that plan was that we only had a finite number of those beautiful gray grow bags, so I've ordered more. And we potted up everything we could. We did a lot. It's nice. We got a bunch of cucumbers potted up. We got a bunch more of these into bigger pots. That cucumber, that watermelon, that cucumber, that cucumber. We got these bok choy and Napa cabbage potted up and put over here with the brassicas. It's a nice section. That looks good, doesn't it? And we got this nice new potted up basil section in front of our tomatoes. So in a way, we're doing our own sort of companion cropping. Look at that. 9 varieties of basil, or so. That's pretty exciting. And then we got this Thai basil up here. That's store-bought from Walmart. Yeah, we gotta water. That's a holy basil that's not quite big enough to pot up, I think. So hopefully next week when the rest of the grape grow bags are here, that'll be ready to pot up. And we redid the stairs here. Cucumber, sweet basil. That should probably go with the basils. Cucumber, 2 watermelons. Cleared off this side because I've been informed that my daughter needs it. Needs the railing to climb the stairs. So that's nice. Actually, yeah, we're gonna move that basil over with the other basils. So yeah, all done. We gotta clean all this up, put all this stuff away, gather up the hoses. Then we gotta water up in the patio. I didn't want to do it earlier because it'd be dripping all over me. I'm gonna do that, and then we're gonna go do the compost. I think we'll do all that on time lapse. Here we go. So I'm going to keep these peppers because the overwintered peppers failed, and these are going to go in their spot, I think. And all this random stuff, lettuces, basils, whatnot, I'm going to keep for a little longer. Most of that stuff's working, but I just want to have some backups. Lettuce especially. I know it's been in the air a long time and it's root bound, but I'm going to try and move some of it to pots in the next week or two. See if I can't rotate my lettuces. But the tomatoes, both these tomatoes here and this nightmare of a scene that I raided this morning to get the 10 tomatoes we planted into our native dirt, all that's going. I'm done with this. So that's our project for right now. We're going to take this and the tomatoes over there, and we're going to get them into buckets to bring them over the compost pile. Let's do it. Man, I feel so bad for these guys. I planted way too many tomatoes. Thank you for your service, tomato seeds. Let that be a lesson for next year. I hadn't grown starts from seeds in decades of my life. I didn't remember how to do it. I wasn't sure if it was going to work, so I built in a lot of redundancy, but it turns out it works just fine. So next year, remember, just 6 cells each, maximum. Even that's probably too much of each type of tomato. You don't need to make like 24 of each type of tomato. Thank you for your service, seed trays. I will see you in the fall. I don't know. I think there's a chance they might make it. That one looks sad. Maybe that one. The rest of them look notably more perky than they did when I planted them. So we'll check in next week. But I think that's it for this week. Hope you had a good time. Have a lovely weekend, and we will talk to you soon.